Well, make more investment in Ohio's children. That was the theme of today's State of the State address by Ohio's Governor Mike DeWine.
But as part of that investment, he is pushing harder for keeping marijuana smoke away from them. And he wants detailed rules about that. WLWT News 5's John London focuses on that portion of Governor DeWine's message from Columbus tonight.
6 months after Ohio voters approved recreational marijuana, the smoke of specific regulations has yet to clear, and that is part of the current state of the state that Governor DeWine spoke about here today. Most of the Ohio governor's message to the 135th General Assembly focused heavily on specific investments in education and child care, but he also zeroed in on marijuana. As DeWine has stressed before, the will of Ohio voters must be respected. But he doubts people want their kids breathing in pot smoke while walking in a park or to a ball game.
That is what the current law allows and will continue to allow until we do something about it.
We asked 30th District Republican Bill Seitz if lawmakers will follow up.
When I'm done with you, I'm going to a meeting on that very topic.
His colleague Cindy Abrams also wants rules clearly defined.
You know, you're in the car, you can't drink a beer or a glass of wine. You should not be able to smoke a joint.
But it's one thing for lawmakers to be generous with their applause, another for that hand clapping to translate into action on the floor. DeWine implored them to get busy on it.
We owe it to our families to change that. And you have the power to do that. I ask you to exercise that power. It's not what people wanted.
Whether the governor gets the clarity he wants on the state's new marijuana law is guesswork at the moment. Here's how Democratic State Senator Cecil Thomas describes it.
You know, the majority party is divided. They can't come to any consensus of agreement on just about anything. And so until we fix that, you know, I venture to say that it's going to be difficult to get anything done.
And the window for state lawmakers to refine marijuana regulations closes within a few weeks. This is not playing out the way the governor had envisioned. In Columbus, John London, WLWT News 5.
By the way, among Governor DeWine's many proposals today, expansion of mental health services, more access for mental health care, and a new voucher program to make child care more affordable.